listening to the Small and Supercharged podcast with Ria Freeman, episode 226. Well, hello and welcome to this episode of the Small and Supercharged podcast. It's a solo with me. It's going to have a bit of a newsletter vibe, I'll be honest with you, because I was just planning this out to talk about one subject, which then led to numerous subjects that I thought you might be interested in anyway. So we're going to crack on with it all. We're going to be talking about Podmas, Small Business Saturday, supporting small businesses, free workshops, all sorts of stuff. So you're very welcome here. Thank you very much, as always. If you would be so kind as to rate and review this podcast, that would be amazing. If you just go to the podcast app you listen on, you can leave a little review and you can give it 5 stars. I mean, you can give it another amount of stars, but 5 is really the goal for me. So that would be lovely. But let's get started. So I want to talk to you about what's happening over the next few months on the podcast, because I'm doing something a bit different. Now, in previous years, we've done Podmas, which has been brilliant. And we're still doing Podmas this year, fear not. But what we're going to do is I'm going to actually start it in November and kind of slot it into the normal podcast form. So what is Podmas? I hear you cry. If you haven't heard it before, Podmas is just madness, but it's brilliant. So basically, I get a small group of my amazing masterminders. And if you don't know what mastermind is my membership group where each month we provide training around marketing, mindset, social media. We do weekly lives. There's loads of opportunities put into that group. It's an amazing group, amazing community. If you're a small business or an influencer who wants to build your following, build your business, build your brand, it is the place to be. Head over to riafreemanpr.co.uk and it's along the top. But one of these opportunities is Podmas. We've also got the Christmas market coming up, which is a slightly different format this year because turns out November is insanely busy in my world, which I will go into a little bit more as well. Because you can get involved in lots of things, not just because it's all about me. So we've also got that going on. So when it comes to opportunities, I do really work very hard for the masterminders to get lots of opportunities with other magazines, with websites, with, other companies, other brands, loads of things. If people speak to me and they say, oh, we're doing this special offer, we're doing this special deal, I always push it towards the masterminders. And one of the things we do is Podmas. So as I said, small groups of people come together and we record a podcast together with a festive vibe. So what you'll find, they are a good laugh. Not least because this year I've introduced a quiz element. Honestly, it's one of the worst ideas I've ever had. It is a horrible, horrible segment, but it is very, very funny. I don't know whether I've picked really bad questions. Well, I have picked really bad questions, let's be honest. They're really bad questions. I think I've picked questions that I know the answer to, but that doesn't mean, and which, let's be honest, a lot of it's to do with the Grinch film. So if you know about the Grinch film, you could do really well in the Podmas quiz, but it's very, very funny. But it also gives us an opportunity to talk to some of the fab members inside the mastermind group and find out what they're up to at Christmas, what products they've got that they think would make great Christmas presents, what they'd like to see under the Christmas tree, which is hilarious. Some of it is completely brilliant. Favourite drinks, favourite foods. It's just a really nice, friendly, low stress, festive grouping where we get to just chat about all the things. They're not very long. I think they're about half an hour-ish because we've got, most of them, there are 3 people on them, so me and 3 others. But it's really, really good fun. So yes, I've got here, what is it? I think we've explained that. Who's involved? Masterminders. And why? Because I think, as I said, with the masterminders, I'm always looking for ways I can promote their businesses to a wider audience. And the podcast has got a really good, strong, growing audience of fabulous people like your good self. And why not get people on the podcast? And if we can, when I have people on the podcast, generally, I always like to kind of unite around a theme or there's a specific point for having people on the podcast. So here, it's great because we're uniting around Christmas. So do keep your ears peeled. You wouldn't peel an ear, would you? Your ears open. It starts next week. So keep your ears open for next week because that's when Podmas will start. There'll be plenty more. I've already recorded 6 episodes and I'll obviously be recording some more. If it turns out we've got lots, December's going to be a bit bit busier, but my plan is to just release them normal podcast times, but you will be made fully aware of the situation. But do give some support for the people on there. Not everybody was wildly keen about coming on. It was a real comfort zone pusher, but that's great. That's what it's all about. It is about pushing those comfort zones, and Podmas is a great way to do that. It's really good fun, and it can be edited too, so that is a win. So that's a really, really good one. Now, another thing we'll be doing is the Christmas market this year, which is something that we did. God, when did we start? I think we started in the COVID times, when that went well. Everyone's selling opportunities were, well, shut, closed, whatever, diminished. And we had lives every day doing it. Now, last year we had more lives. I think this year what we're going to do is do a video each day with a brand or two. Some will be live, some won't be live, but again, these will be released. I am thinking they'll be released into the free small and supercharged group. So again, it's another really great opportunity to support small businesses, to support the masterminders, and learn more about their brand. And they're always really good fun, whether they're live or whether they're pre-recorded. They're always really good sport. And I'll be releasing that schedule when I've worked it out. I might also make them into podcasts. I'm not sure. Stick with me on that. It's always a movable thing going on. But yeah, that should be really good sport. So do keep an eye out for that. That will be in the free small and supercharged group. If you're not a member, do make sure you join. It's free to join that group. It's the one with the burgundy branding. The one with the green branding is Mastermind. Now, another thing I'm involved in, which is good because you can also get involved in it, is Small Business Saturday. I'm one of the SBS 100, which are 100 people across the UK who've been chosen as ambassadors for Small Business Saturday. Now, I'm actually not alone. Obviously, I'm not alone. There's 99 other people, but we've also got one of the other SBS 100 ambassadors is the brilliant Amanda Marshall from Three Donkeys, who I have the privilege of working with and who is also a masterminder. So that's awesome. I was featured on all their socials on the 13th of October, which was lovely. And I'm very, very grateful to Michelle and the entire team. But Amanda is also going to be featured on all the places, according to my research, on the 4th of November. So please do make sure you show her some support there. Now, as part of the Small Business Saturday campaign, actually the actual Small Business Saturday day is the 3rd of December. And if you're not familiar with it, just pop on over to smallbusinesssaturdayuk.com and you can find out all about how this campaign has been created to just support small businesses, really, to help really profile them, to shine a light on them, to help support them. So there's loads and loads that we can all do to support that. But they've also got a really good schedule of trainings, of webinars that you can join for free. I am giving one on the 1st of November, which is called How to Promote Your Brand for Free. Fits in quite well with my book. But there's loads and loads of stuff to do. You can also book onto that webinar and any of the others for free if you go to smallbusinesssaturdayuk.com. Then at the top, on the top menu bar, there's useful info, and you can then go down to virtual roadshow. And if you go onto that, you can see loads of different trainings there, different webinars there that you can get involved in. So I would definitely do that. There's some really, really good ones. Not just the one on the 1st of November, although please do book into that. But there's lots and lots of different things. But the whole campaign is really cool. It's a really lovely way to support small business, to shine a light on small businesses. It's really, really good. I'm doing some of the stuff with them as well, so keep your eyes peeled for that. There's lots of different things I'm working with them on, but I'm really delighted to be one of their 100 people. It was a massive honour because it's such a great campaign and so many people apply. It was really great, and I want to obviously make sure I'm doing my bit and I'm telling people about it and I'm showing how great it is. So I wanted to include them on the podcast. I wanted for you to know about it because it's really cool. If you're a small business or if you want to support small businesses, head on over to their website. It's really good. You can also see the 100 people that they've picked and find out more about all their brands and businesses. They've got loads going on, so definitely go over there. They've also got a physical tour, which is touring the country in, feel like it's November. Go and have a look at that as well. Another thing I wanted to talk to you about, see, there's a lot going on at the moment, is Your Horse Live. So I am delighted, in capital letters, to have been invited to speak at Your Horse Live. And I'm speaking each day on the Your Horse Live stage, which is awesome. I tell a lie, it's actually the Horse and Country stage, the Horse and Country TV stage at Your Horse Live. I'm speaking each day about... It was called So You Want to Be a Brand Ambassador. Rhea Freeman shares her top tips and advice how to make it happen. Now, the really cool thing is as well, each day I am going to be joined by some influencers / content creators / ambassadors that then you, members of the audience, people who send in questions online, have got the chance to ask a panel your questions. So I'm going to tell you all the times, so you can put them in your diary and you can come and see us at Your Horse Live. So on the Friday, I'm speaking at 12:15, and then after my ramble, you can ask questions to Georgia, who's Little Pet, Yasmin, who's the life of a Welsh, and Evie Toombs, who was on the podcast last week, who's flipping amazing. On Saturday, I'm on at 3:40. It's a big old one on Saturday, so if you're there, honestly, come on over, bring drinks. So yeah, I'm doing my talk again, So You Want to Be a Brand Ambassador. And then we've got Q&As with Alana Clark, Lily, who's Shadow the Unicorn, Miri Hackett, Ree, who is riding with Ree, and Beth Sen. So that's going to be absolutely awesome. What a group of people. I mean, actually, what each of the 3 days, such a great group of people. So chuffed. Then on Sunday, I've just realised actually, hang on, let me just look. No, it's fine. I'll carry on. On the Sunday, I'm on at 11:15. And then afterwards, I've got Q&As with Georgia, Little Pet, and Kieran Smith. And then after me, I'm like the warm-up act for Charlotte Dujardin that day. That's quite cool. I'm really quite chuffed with that. I didn't realise that. So that's going to be really good. Also, I mean, the schedule for Your Horse Live and the Horse and Country stage is really, really cool. Another one I'm going to absolutely draw your attention to is Di, Dr. Di. So she is speaking each day as well. On Friday, she's speaking at 10:45, and she's going to be doing like a rider clinic. Because obviously she's Beta CMO, she is All the King's Horses, she's lots of great things. So 10:45 she's on the Friday, 10:30 she's on the Saturday, yeah, that's right, and on the Sunday she's on at 3:45. I cannot speak. 3:45 she is on the Saturday. On the Sunday, oh god, there we go. But also during Your Horse Live, I'll be helping out, causing chaos, poor Aggie, on the beta stand. The beta stand last year was in the marquee. Come and see us. Di will be there. I'll be there. It'll be great. Come over and see us. You can learn loads about everything that the British Equestrian Trade Association does. They'll be in their Feed Fact fortnight then, which would be really cool. Lots of feeding information. But they do so much with hats, body protectors. There's the rider accident reporting form. There's all sorts going on. So do make sure you come and check us out there as well. So Your Horse Live, if you're coming, come along. Also got Emily Cole there. Emily Cole's at Your Horse Live. Obviously, I work with Emily. Emily's awesome. She's going to have a lovely stand with lots of her lovely new products. So come and see her as well. And it all ties in beautifully to supporting small businesses, doesn't it? There's lots of brilliant small businesses at Your Horse Live. And you get to, look at horses, stroke horses, drool over stuff. It's all good. So we've got Podmas. We've done the Christmas market. We've done Small Business Saturday. We've done Your Horse Live. We're winning at life here. And the last thing I wanted to talk to you about today is kind of like a newslettery roundup, because there's just lots of stuff going on that definitely sometimes mean that the last kind of few weeks I haven't been as on social media as normal, because I've just been really insanely busy, which is brilliant. Like, it's a great position to be in, but there's just a lot of stuff going on and quite big stuff, and I wanted to just share some of it with you. It's all really exciting, but as you can imagine, a lot of this takes a lot of time. So with Podmas, we've done 6 episodes so far, I think. And although each one takes about half an hour, 45 minutes to record, the prep time, the the processing time, that's even before the editing, is probably about an hour and a half. So over the last few weeks, what's an hour and a half times 6, whatever that is, that's gone into that, which I don't regret for a second. Obviously some of the other things, I've worked with Your Horse Live really closely to get these talks sorted, which is going to be brilliant. It's just a lot of stuff going on, and I think as well it's important to say that it's it's not all sunshine and lollipops, because obviously what I've just talked about is all really, really positive stuff, and it looks like you click your fingers and it happens. I mean, I was really lucky that probably a few weeks ago, from when you listen to this, I won an award, the Digital Women PR Practitioner of the Year award, which was just brilliant, and I was so delighted, and I'm so grateful to the Digital Women team, and I'm hoping to get Lucy on the podcast to chat about her kind of vision and her mission, because it's really, really impressive, and it's such a delight. And I was really, really thrilled. I was up for 3 awards. I won one, I'm flipping delighted with. And someone said on a comment, which was really lovely, "Oh, you're absolutely smashing it," or "You're absolutely flying," or something like that. And it's lovely. It's lovely that people think that. But with everything that you see on social, not just with me, with everyone else, there is a lot of work that goes in behind the scenes. It might look like someone is absolutely winning at life, but the amount of work and effort that goes in behind the scenes to create that moment of glory, which we should definitely celebrate and bask in and enjoy a bit. It's not all sunshine and lollipops. It's hard work. It's great. I love it. But don't think when, people promote that they've won an award or they're up for an award, that it just happened by accident, that they were just really lucky, or that everything's easy for them, because it's not. And it is hard. All the things I've talked about, I'm really, really excited about. But there has been a lot of work that's gone in behind the scenes to that. Everything there's work that goes in behind the scenes, and I think it's important to be open about that and to discuss it. That's why I tried, when I talked about the book, still available, great Christmas present on Amazon. When I talked about the book, I wanted to be really open and honest about the process, because it looks great to have a best-selling book out in the world, and it is. I'm so proud of that little book, and the feedback I've got from people is just out of this world, completely blown me away. I'm beyond delighted. But it wasn't just, I thought it'd be great to write a book, and I clicked my fingers and then I had a best-selling book out. It wasn't that easy, sadly. It really wasn't that easy. So please don't look at people's success and think, "Oh, lucky them. I bet that was easy." It wasn't easy. What you'll notice is not a lot of people describe all the the blood, sweat and tears that goes into it all. I want to make sure that I do, because genuinely everything that I do does have a fair amount of that attached, and I don't regret it. I don't regret it or resent it, because it makes the success all the sweeter. But don't think that with anyone. Don't think, "Oh, well, I can't do that," because you flipping can. Oh, let's move on from that quick pep talk, because just as I was saying about winning awards, which was lovely, really thrilled, I'm actually the finalist for another award, which I really do need your votes on. So in 2020, I think, I was one of Enterprise Nation's top 50 advisors in the UK. And when you're one of the top 50, I think they've slightly changed the format now of the awards, but when you were a top 50, there were 5 in each category, and then you became the winner of your category if obviously you won. I did. Genuinely, I was so shocked. It was a virtual awards because it was like full on COVID, and I was sat at the kitchen table. I remember it absolutely crystal clear. They very kindly sent a bottle of champagne for all of the finalists, which was very nice champagne as well. It's from a British brand. Anyway, lovely, 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 lovely. And the kids were watching television, and I had my earphones in, and I was on my computer watching the awards, because I had a really cool service called Hop In, something like that. Anyway, brilliant. And I was watching it, and they got to the PR category, and on the screen it came the list of the 5 finalists, and for some reason I hadn't really done my research on these finalists, and then all of a sudden I thought, oh my God, I don't stand a chance of winning. I didn't think I was going to win. I'll be honest. I didn't think I was going to win. But when I then started reading everyone's names, I was thinking, oh my God, these are like really impressive people. And there's me. And I had actually started typing. I had written congratulations to type in the name of the winner. I had actually written my congratulations message to the winner. At which point, my face came on the screen and I could not believe it. Actually cried a little bit. I was very, very emotional about the whole thing. It was the first thing I'd won. Probably one of the first things I've been put forward for, but it was really quite a moment, to be honest with you. But basically, long story short, I have been nominated for it again, and it is it's the PR, and I feel like it's PR and content category on the Enterprise Nation Advisor Awards. So I think there's 5 in my category. I'm going to have to tell you the name of the site. I will be putting some links around on my social about it. But if you go to enterprisenation.typeform.com/2 as in TO /NOVTUTCH, you should come up to the Advisor Awards voting. Now, if you want to vote, ideally for me, and you need the link, message me and I will ping you the link over. Send me a DM on Instagram because it is a pain to remember. I tried to find another way of getting to it, but I can't. If you just put in enterprisenation.typeform.com, it doesn't work. So message me if you would like it. Particularly DM me, email me if you like, and I will send you the link. I will also be putting it into, when I promote the podcast, I will try and make sure I include the link. I'll be putting up more and more stories about it because I really would love your support. I'm absolutely honoured and delighted to be a finalist. I'll be perfectly honest with you. I'm really, really thrilled. But I'd flipping love to win if I could. So when you go to this web page, I reckon if you just voted for me in my category, it would take you 30 seconds. So you go to it, it says vote now, and then you enter. I'm going to just quickly do it. I'm not going to do it because I've done it, but enter your full name, then you type that in, then I think you do your email address, and then you can just scroll through all the categories. And I think I'm sort of question 9. I think it's category 7. Anyway, it's the PR and content one, and you just tick on the box, and then you can keep scrolling through until you get to the end. I reckon it'll take you 30 seconds. I would be delighted if you would consider voting for me on the PR and content category. I'd be really, really thrilled. I know everyone's super busy, and I fully appreciate that, but it would genuinely mean a lot to me to win. I'll be honest. I think because it was the first thing I ever won, and I was so shocked and so surprised, and it's against advisors from all over the UK, not specific to any industry, it's across all industries. It's just a real moment to win, to have your name called out. It really does take your breath away quite a bit. So that would be incredible if you'd consider doing that. If you don't, that's absolutely fine too. Still love you, but if you would like to, I'd be thrilled. So that's like a bit of a roundup in what's coming for the next few weeks. So the next few weeks, podcast-wise, will be Podmas. So there won't be any solos. There'll be kind of interviews with 2 to 3 other people. They're really good fun though. So do keep your ears peeled. Let's go ears peeled for that. They're a great bunch of people, and I'm really lucky to work with them anyway. So really, really thrilled for that. You're going to love it. And, we'll just take it by ear. It's good to have a plan, but it's good to tweak the plan as well. So thank you so much if you've tuned in today. I massively appreciate your time as always. If you do fancy screenshotting, sharing to stories, that would be great. If you do need that URL to vote, send me a message. I will sort that out for you. And if you'd like to get involved in more Small Business Saturday stuff, it's free to get involved. And if you want to see me at yours live, that would be amazing. Come and say hello. I've had people before saying, I saw you, but I didn't feel like I could come and say hello. Come and say hello. Honestly, I would be delighted to see you. Come and say hi. Come and say hi. I am like this in real life. I don't put on any pretense for social or for podcasts. So you do know me. If you listen and you engage with me on social, we know each other. Just be aware that I'm horrible with names. But that's fine. Just tell me who you are and it's fine. It'd be great to see you. It'd be great to see you get involved in Small Business Saturday as well. It'd be amazing to see you support the masterminders with Podmas and the Christmas markets. And yeah, if you fancy voting for me as well in the Enterprise Nation Awards, I would be delighted. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I hope you're okay. I hope all is going well for you in your world. And we'll catch up really, really soon. Take care.